Crypto kids, welcome back to another video. In this video, I have some very important things to share with you on the charts in a second. But before we do so, Carl Moon, how are you, my friend?
I am incredibly well. Singapore is popping right now. So many crypto people. The whole crypto industry is absolutely flourishing here. We have thousands and thousands of people in the conference. Bitcoin is breaking up. I think the industry is just about to take off, actually.
I completely agree with you. Guys, we're going to jump into the charts in a second. But before we do so, Carl, I would love to get your takes, since I have you. First of all, on Bitcoin, where you think Bitcoin is heading to, if the CME gap is a concern for you, or if we will continue to all-time highs now. And then secondly, I will ask you your thoughts on Ethereum and the rest of the altcoin market, but first Bitcoin.
So Bitcoin, yeah, there is a gap at 110. I think you talked about it on your channel.
Correct.
I think that is a bit of a concern. I think there is a chance we go down before we go up more, but I am very convinced that Bitcoin by the end of the year will go to 200, 250, maybe even higher.
That I'm unfortunately going to disagree on, but that's okay. I'll share my thoughts in a second.
Ethereum, I think will go to 8K before the end of the year.
That I agree, yes.
I have a $10 million position on Bybit. You didn't see it?
No.
No?
10 million?
I didn't, bro, I showed it in my videos, I think.
Okay.
Didn't I?
Well,
I must have.
I'll put the link to his channel so you can go there and check it out.
And go to your Bybit and Weeks link down below, because I think if you open up a trade on Ethereum now, you're basically slingshotting Bitcoin. Bitcoin is there, Ethereum is here, and usually they catch up at the end of the bull market. So if you missed Bitcoin,
now is Ethereum.
Now, yeah, for sure you can still open Bitcoin trades. I'm very certain that that's fine as well. But Ethereum, that's the big gainer.
100%. And if you go to the first link in the description, that is actually a link to a trading competition that we're running across both channels. And the person with the highest amount of trading volume gets 100 USDT every single day. So make sure to sign up to Weeks, start trading some Ethereum if you wish to do so, and get that 100 USDT. Carl, before I leave you, what do you think about altcoin season? Is it real? Is it going to happen? Is it going to be different?
It will happen for sure.
Is it going to be different though compared to previous cycles?
I don't think so. When it happens, it's always the same. Everything pumps left, right, up, down, like it's going to be absolute craziness, mayhem, and that will happen. I don't know exactly when though. I can't say when, but it will happen before the cycle ends.
And do you think, a bonus question, do you think that we're going to have a vigorous bear market next year?
Yeah.
All right, man. Thank you so much. It's always an honor having you on the channel.
Subscribe to Crypto Kid right now. I want to see your channel break 100,000 subscribers before the end of the year.
It's going to happen.
It will happen.
Guys, I'm going to jump into the charts now, so see you there in a second. Thank you so much, Carl, for your takes. Now I'm going to share you guys what I think is going to happen. Obviously, today is now morning. Yesterday night, we did a live stream covering Bitcoin as we were approaching very close to new all-time highs. There are some key things we need to talk about. So we'll start off with the Bitcoin price action. Yesterday, the price of Bitcoin reached all the way to $123,900, coming in almost $400 to $500 away from the all-time highs. It is officially the weekend. It is a Saturday. We need to be careful of Saturday price action because there's likely going to be this choppiness that's going to take place. You don't want it to become a Bart Simpson. It's too early to commentate on that, but just keep in mind that Saturday, Sunday is super involatile and all you do is consolidate. If you do experience a significant move on Bitcoin during the weekend, then you are going to create a CME gap. Talking about CME gaps, the CME chart closed at $123,500 last night. We still have this CME gap that is open at $111,000. And all I'm going to tell you is on the weeks accounts, we've been completely long since 77. 80s, 90s, $100,000. We've been long on weeks, which you can sign up to using the first link in the description down below to join the trading competition, where the person with the highest trading volume wins 100 USDT on a daily level, right? So we have our long positions that we've been opening on weeks, and then on Pinex, I've just been buying the dip on altcoins, on Bitcoin. That's what I've been doing, even on Pengu. I was buying the dip, right? So this was what I was doing with trading bots, just setting buy orders to buy. We opened it at 117. You can go to my Bitcoin bot. You can see that I placed this trade, transactions, parameters. I opened this trade when we were at 117, but then I think we got into a DCA of basically 114, if I'm not mistaken. So this bot was just buying the dip, buying the dip, buying the dip, all the way down to 106.8 potentially. We didn't come down to there. And that's fine because with trading bots, you don't have to predict the bottom exactly. It was just the minimum level I would be considering to buy Bitcoin. So you can see that it opened a bunch of buy orders in that range and we bought the dip. We started here, bought the dip, and now we're at profits. That's the beauty of trading bots. And you can sign up to Pinex using the second link in the description to get a wonderful bonus. When you deposit $100 to the exchange, you receive $100 in trading coupon to use these bots for free. So I've been buying the dip on Pinex, and then on weeks, I never close my long positions. So I've been fully long, right? And congrats if you've been doing the same, especially on Ethereum. If you guys remember on Ethereum, we opened an extra limit order at exactly the 3.9K level because 3.9 was significant support. So we opened a limit position on weeks to add to our long positions. I'll get into Ethereum in a second. The only thing that I want to tell you that's super important in my understanding is the following. All right, we did some macro analysis on the live stream, so I'm not going to do macro T on this video. But if you go to the 4-hourly time frame, there is still a CME gap that is open at $111,000 every time the CME gaps close. So I just really want you to understand that there is a good probability on the table that we come down and close it. But the only thing that I'm doing in preparation for such potential events is making sure that all my positions do not face liquidation if we were to drop to the CME gap closure or even the 108 to 107 levels. That's the only preparation I'm personally taking. Okay, so I just wanted to let you know. Regarding Carl's prediction that we can go to 200-300 this cycle, I just think it's improbable, but I would love to be wrong, right? So I would love if Carl is correct. I would love it for my own portfolio's sake. But let's see. I think it's too early to tell. There's a few things that I have in mind that we need to see in terms of RSI breakout. We spoke about it on yesterday's stream. But for now, I think the 140s to 150s make sense as a goal before topping out. Let's quickly have a look at Ethereum. What is Ethereum doing? Ethereum, I shared this on the live stream, but if you look into the macro, I think the macro analysis for Ethereum is significantly bullish. We have a huge bullish pennant. You saw the retest. It came down to support at 3.9, took out all the liquidity. Now you're seeing a bounce in the macro. I agree with Carl. I think we're just going to end up following the comparison, the price comparison between Bitcoin and Ethereum. Bitcoin always leads in every single cycle, then Ethereum follows. There has been a time discrepancy in this cycle in relative to previous cycles, and the reason that is the case is simply due to monetary policy, but it doesn't make this correlation obsolete. I think it's still going to take place, and that correlation would take you into the $7,000 to $8,000 ranges. If you look at the price targets of this bullish pennant, you're also going to see that it gives you a target in the $7,000 to $8,000 ranges. That's also the famous Benjamin Cohen's expectation. That's what I think will happen to Ethereum, and then large caps will follow. We spoke about our favorite large caps, so again, I won't get into it on today's video. Benjamin Cohen, though, he expects that Bitcoin dominance shoots back up to the 60% level. I agree. I think that Bitcoin will have one more leg to the upside, which completes its final all-time high either this month or next month. And then, right, whilst that's happening, Bitcoin dominance sees a rally. I think Ethereum will still stay strong, but maybe some altcoins face a little bit of a rejection. But then after November, or coming to the end of November, we see a huge drop in Bitcoin dominance like it's happened in prior cycles. Then our favorite large caps experience those tremendous rallies that we're expecting. AVAX, for example, is one that I'm super bullish on the long term. For this, we need to go to the logarithmic charts. Massively bullish, fantastic project in my opinion. Beautiful charts, but when you go into the 4-hourly time frame, for example, you do have a bit of a bear flag. So look, large caps, I'm careful in the very short term, very long term. Beautiful, accumulating as much as I can. Short term, I would be careful. I think Bitcoin also we need to be a little bit cautious, but overall in the macro and the intermediates, I'm quite bullish on the entire industry from price analysis wise. Guys and girls, thank you so much for watching. Hope you have a wonderful Saturday. I'm going to be watching most likely tomorrow the Formula F1, and it's beautiful. From my room right there at the back, you can see the Singapore Flyer, and just next to the Singapore Flyer, that's actually the paddock, and that's the starting grid. So very exciting, yeah, I'm going to be enjoying that. If you want to follow along, you can go to my Instagram. CryptoKid is my handle. Take care, guys, and as always, bye.